Hello. Once again I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the man. Well, this week's question comes from a viewer. He wants to know, what's the deal with the pyramids? And I'm assuming, of course, you mean the Great Pyramids of Giza, the ones the Egyptians built. You know, there's been a lot of speculation about these pyramids. Some people think that they mean something, that there's a message there, that, you know, even the inches along the corridors of certain places inside the pyramid have some sort of relation to prophecies or things like that. I mean, there's all kinds of speculation, and so I'm here to set the record straight. The pyramids of Giza are tombs. They're tombs for pharaohs, and whoever was buried with the pharaoh, which was a lot of people. They didn't die naturally. And anyway, so that's what they are. Now, if you think, well, there's got to be more to the story than that, well, actually there is. There is. You know, all these ancient cultures kind of talked to each other. They kind of had some sort of interaction going on. And so the Egyptians had talked to the Sumerians, and the Sumerians, of course, were visited by the Anunnaki. That's how we got our little playbook. So they got a hold of some texts that they were able to figure out, and they really liked the design for. I mean, they didn't realize what they were for, but they did like the design. So they used these to build their pyramids, and they thought it might be, you know, a way of reaching the gods easier. And they're almost right, if by gods you mean alien species, because the Anunnaki, as they told us last year when they came, are not the first alien species out there. There are older races flying through the stars than the Anunnaki, and some of these races came up with a distress beacon. You know, what to do if you're crashed on a planet that has sentient life, but not advanced sentient life, and so you can't really get off. The only way you can leave that planet is to send out a signal saying, hey, come get us. And that's what the pyramids are designed for. It only works in certain places on the planet. I mean, you can build these things in other places and it'll be absolutely useless. You have to have the right materials, the right shape to it, you have to have the right locations, and when you do that, you put all those things together, wow, you get quite the distress beacon. Let me just tell you. We in the Illuminati, of course, because we knew of all this, we've been struggling for years to try to turn those things on, and we finally got the opportunity when we came across an artifact in Germany that most people thought was kind of like a, you know, an Egyptian burial thing or a Sumerian whatever. It turned out it wasn't. It was a piece of alien technology that allowed you to turn on the pyramids, and we did that once. It was very, very loud. I mean, you're talking. You see, the pyramids are like this. Okay, they're the reed in a wind instrument. You know what I'm saying? If you blow a wind instrument, the reed does the vibration, and then your air rushes that vibrated air down through the instrument and back and forth, or whatever, depending on what instrument you're playing, and then it comes out as a melodious sound. Or if I'm doing it, it sounds like a goose being strangled. But either way, it makes a noise. And so, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. What those pyramids are made of, the very fabric of their being, the atomic structure of that limestone, placed just so, when you put that artifact in there, it vibrates. And then it uses the planet itself as the instrument. And so it sends out a very loud signal into space that, you know, some other space traveler may notice and then come and pick you up. So that's the point of it. Now, we had to turn it off very quickly because it was really loud. Fortunately, there was a world war going on at the time, and most people didn't notice. But still, it was loud. And in fact, those vibrations are still traveling through the planet to this day, you know, because there are many layers in the planet, and some of them are, you know, sub-audible, and some of them are audible. You hear those stories of people out in the woods, and they hear these unusual noises, and they don't know where it came from. That's the pyramids. Yeah, the random loud sounds that nobody seems to be able to track down. That was from when we turned it on many years ago. And anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on. That's why we use the pyramid as our symbol, you know, because an alien traveling race would recognize it. They would go, oh, well, you guys know what's going on. We use the eye because we are watching humanity. We're leading them to a more enlightened, hopefully, phase of existence. And the pyramid is there to say, hey, we understand what you're doing, and so come see us if you come to planet Earth. And most of the time they do. They don't really buzz people who don't know what's going on. They come see us first, and then we work them into society. And anyway, this is a long thing. You can see most of who's working on this planet there if you look at our alien video. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Pyramids, tombs, and distress signals. And yeah, if you have any other questions, I'm a little busy right now trying to avert war in the Asian Peninsula, but I'll be happy to get right back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, just leave them in the comments section below. And especially now, if you're in Korea, North Korea, South Korea, anywhere in the Korean Peninsula, when you see those chemtrails blazing in the sky, just don't worry about it. Just relax and breathe deeply.